So PlayStation does it again, and it seemed like they won't stop, can't stop. No pun intended, no diddy. Yo, they just announced that they're going to be selling a limited edition PS5 Pro PlayStation 1 edition. You know, the all gray, old school looking PlayStation, the one that I had back in the day. Yeah, so they're going to be selling one that's looking like that. It's going to be a very limited amount of units that they're actually going to be making for this thing. And I would like to pose the question, like, who's actually going to buy this? Like, after you just, dropped a bomb on me, baby, on the PS5 Pro, that's $700 right out the gate. You just told us that, less than 2 weeks ago? And now you're telling us you got a limited edition PS5 Pro. And it's all gray. Cool. We haven't even got a price yet for this particular console. So I don't even know why they even mentioning it or telling us that it's going to be available for purchase if you haven't even been honest enough and straightforward enough with the consumer to tell us, well, believe it or not, guys, you're going to be paying over $1,000 for this thing because it's limited. This is for the 1% of the 1% of the 1% of the 0.1% of the 1%. Ain't me. So again, I have to pose this question. Who is this console for? But at any rate, let's just do the numbers because, and this is only my theory, what the cost is going to be, because I believe it's going to be over $1,000. Let's say maybe $1,200 for this limited PlayStation 5 Pro. But the regular PlayStation Pro, let's go through what it comes with, what it has, and what it doesn't have, right? So the regular PlayStation Pro, right? Just the console, $700. Boom. You're gonna have to buy a DualShock controller if you want two controllers. So that's gonna be maybe $200. Then you're gonna have to buy the controller stand to charge the controller, $30. Mind you, Sony isn't even issuing or including the PlayStation 5 Pro stand with the actual console. You have to buy that separately. That's another $30. Now, the PlayStation 5 Pro is a digital console. So if you wanted to buy the disc drive, more likely you're going to have to buy it if you play your games physically or collect them physically. You're going to have to buy the disc drive. But it also comes with a gray cover for the actual disc drive. So that's $15. So already we're at $975 at this point in time. And that's just for the PlayStation Pro, the regular PlayStation Pro that's going to be released. Once you accumulate the cost and buy everything that you need, so on and etc. But with the PlayStation Classic, it doesn't stop there, because you're getting other things along with it. You're going to get this cool PlayStation wire. You're going to get these PlayStation symbol cord ties. You're going to get a couple of stickers. And mind you, you got to buy this at a bundle. This isn't something that you can buy separate. You got to buy the whole thing as is, as it comes. And mind you, this is a novelty at this point in time, I would say, console. I would like to say that, because at the end of the day, they're only making so many of these particular consoles that is going to actually come out. They're making like 12,000 of them worldwide. So let's be honest here. Like, Sony just really don't care at this point in time. Like, they're really doing whatever they feel they want to do. And you can't, as the consumers, we just got to eat it. My thing is, as the consumer, which we are, most of us, don't buy it. You can't force something on me that I don't want. And if we don't want it, what's going to happen? They're going to take it at a loss, and then they're going to scratch their heads and say, well, we can't do that. Let's not do that again because we're taking a loss on things. Well, that should have been a sentiment from the beginning, but it seemed like they don't care. Their hubris is what's driving them. Their ability to be able to exist in this console gaming community and not have any adequate competition, which we thought would ultimately come from Microsoft. Now they're just like, hey, look, who's going to stop us? Who's to tell us no? And I don't think that that's fair. I don't think that that's right. But then again, this is the world that we live in. And there's going to be individuals out there that's going to go out and buy this thing. Yo, you think $700 is a lot for the PlayStation 5 Pro? Well, how about this PlayStation Classic PS5 Pro? It's going to be at least $1,200, y'all. I'm going to say at least $1,200. Why not? It's only 12,000 of them made. But yeah, we still don't have any new IPs. We still don't have anything coming out that we can look forward to even sway us in even wanting to own or consider purchasing this particular console. And I'm just saying, I'm sure my sentiment is shared amongst a lot of gamers. I know my griping is not going on deaf ears, because I'm sure there's people out there who are like, no, this is becoming too much. I get it. Gaming is an expensive hobby. But at the same time, there has to be some cost and reasoning to why things cost the way they cost. I get it. We were going through the crisis, the pandemic. We were dealing with that. There weren't enough chips. We couldn't work in close proximity to each other. So therefore, the cost of things went up because there was so few of things that was able to be made at small quantities at that time. So yeah, they had to figure out a way to recoup that. But now that's not an excuse. Now this is just greed. And it's crazy because Sony doesn't even have to do this. Like you're in the pole position. You're winning. You're winning. Why do something that's going to hinder that? And you don't think Microsoft sees this? Microsoft already came out with 2 SKUs of the same console, theoretically. Not the same console, but the same brand. They had the the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. A cheaper version of ultimately what they are offering, but you can still play the same games. And my thing is, I think Microsoft is going to sit back and say, okay, Sony, you want to squander away your lead? You want to do things that are anti-consumer? I think Microsoft is going to come back next gaming generation with a vengeance and rejuvenate gamers in a degree. And I think that that's only right, because Sony is just, and I'm a Sony supporter. I'm a Microsoft supporter. I'm a gamer. I support all gaming. But at the same time, we got to have, a conversation here about this. Like, when does it stop? You keep pushing out hardware to us, but there's no IPs, there's no software that's validating the hardware and the cost of the hardware you want us to buy from you. When do they get that? When is Sony going to say, somebody up there got to say, we got to go left at some point. We got to go left, because us keep going right. It's causing a wedge between us and the consumer. And if you want to continuously keep people in your ecosystem and keep people in your dwelling, at some point in time, you're going to have to adhere to what we want. And we're not getting nothing that we want. We're not getting no software that we want. The games that we want, we're not getting. The games that we're waiting for, we have not heard anything about. And you know what? I'm the type of individual where if I feel like I'm not getting my bang for my buck, I'm going to take my business elsewhere, and I don't mind if Sony continues to go down this path. As much as I enjoy the Sony PlayStation console, next generation, if the cost of the next PlayStation is absurd, I don't mind, especially if they don't have any IPs that I'm looking forward to. I don't mind going to Microsoft and putting my interest there and seeing what they got to bring to the table. Of course, I'm going to always go back to Nintendo at some point. But I want to see if there's going to be another party that enters their hat into the ring of gaming console making. Because, this is just getting ridiculous. But leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this absurd possible price of the PlayStation 5 Pro Classic. That's only going to be available for 12,000 people in the world. Limited edition. You talking about limited? Yeah, this is going to be a premium course. I'm Troy. This is LTR Gaming. Don't forget to like and subscribe like you do your favorite celebrity. Peace.